that intro music, you know it's go time. It is Thursday. I'm really pumped up for tonight's show. We got one superstar with us. We're going to get into that in a second. But first and foremost, I'm going to introduce my boy that holds me down every single Thursday, the one to the far right. What's going on, Guru?
Man, I'm feeling wonderful, man. We got another great show, another great guest, man. So we gonna see what it do. Interested in learning more about this young man and his account. So we about to lock it in.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, a matter of fact, let's get to it. Let's not waste time. This young man that you see currently on the screen with us is somebody that I've known from a very, very young age. Beautiful family that always holds him down. He's been ripping it up, you guys, in the Bay Area for a while. Was a superstar at Serra High School in San Mateo, where Tom Brady went on to San Diego State, where he was doing his thing, but he needed to make a change. He needed to make a change, you guys, and he ended up at San Francisco City College, a perennial powerhouse in junior college football around the country. He had a great year, his first year there, coming off of a knee injury, solidified that he's back to himself. And then, you guys, he said, you know what, for this last year, I got to get a little closer to home. I got to get a little closer to home and play at CSM, College of San Mateo, another Bay Area powerhouse in junior college football. And now he's being recruited, you guys, from schools across the country once again. And that is none other than the great Hassan, the Missile Mahasin. What's going on, Playmaker?
Not much, not much. Thank you for having me.
Oh, dude, this is long time overdue, man. I've been waiting to have you on, and obviously we've had a relationship for a long time. You've had highs and lows. Now you know there's a business side to this thing, and excited to get into it tonight, man. So you ready to roll?
Yes, sir.
All right, baby. So, hey, let's get into it. And the first thing I want to talk about, man, is you come from a family of football players. Once again, you know, a lot of support around the house. Your uncle played at UC Davis, was a superstar at Terra Nova High School in the Bay Area right here. Mahasin earns Player of the Week honors in FCS football. The family is known for having legendary workouts across the Bay Area and training a lot of the top prospects in the Bay Area. So I wanted to ask you, man, because some athletes feel like they're pushed in to this thing. When did you start to really fall in love with football?
Yeah, so when I first started playing football, I actually didn't like it at all. Like my first 2 years, it was terrible. I mean, wasn't terrible, but like I just thought the game was boring. So then fast forward to like probably like my third or fourth year, I really had a good year. I think I scored like 15 touchdowns my year. Yeah,
Mm.
so after that year, I was like, dang, okay, it's pretty fun now. I like scoring touchdowns, so I want to keep playing. So my dad continued to push me and like work me out every time, anytime he had a chance, and we would um, catch the ball, run hills, do all types of stuff, all types of workouts. So that's when I first like fell in love with the game. Then fast forward to like a couple years later, I go to the Marshawn Lynch camp, and this is like when Marshawn Lynch was in his prime, and he just came off a Super Bowl win. So there's all these kids at the camp. There's hundreds of kids at the camp, and I remember I was just doing pretty good. You know, I worked for it, so it was nothing crazy to me. I wasn't tripping, um, and I'm just doing every drill. I'm competing, I'm winning, and then like we're doing one on ones, and he picks me out of all the kids to like go against each kid in each little like one on one bracket. There's probably like four or five of them, and he had me play defense against him. I'm like, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. He's just telling me to follow him around the whole field. I'm playing defense against all the top kids at the camp, and I'm doing my thing. So he takes me to his car, and he gives me like this Pro Bowl jersey that he signed and everything. And he told me I was the MVP. I took pictures with him after the camp and all that. And then um, that's when I really was like, dang, I could really do something with this football stuff, because it was crazy. I was like, as a kid, it's like, dang, Marshawn Lynch, like that's the best running back in the league. It was him and Adrian Peterson. It was like, I just after that moment, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this football stuff very serious now.
Okay, so you feel like that was a principal moment. That was a defining moment where you were like, I got something.
Yeah, that's a moment I'll never forget.
Okay. Well, hey, a lot of you young athletes out there are looking to decide whether football is going to be your sport or maybe another sport. And right here, you're hearing a superstar say he didn't like it right away. And I'm in the same boat too. I was ready to run, but you always have that moment that separates things for you. And it sounds like that Marshawn Lynch moment was it. We're on to our next topic, and Q the Guru will be right back with us. He was having a little bit of technical difficulties, you guys, so we'll have Guru right back with us. But I want to get on to this next topic, man, and this is something that I really wanted to ask you about because I remember this time in your life, unfortunately, and we got the Guru back with us, so I'm gonna add him here to the show. But you were dominating in high school. I mean, it was almost getting comical. It looked like a video game, which you were there at Serra High. Obviously, the great Darius Bell was the OC, Coach Walsh, and they were using you all over the field, man. And it got to the point that you were the Bay Area Player of the Year as a junior. Now the offers are rolling in from all around the country. I think they started rolling in your sophomore year, but your junior year, your all-state offers are rolling in from all over the country. Going into your senior year, your preseason all-state in California, which is no joke. And then all of a sudden, man, a catastrophic knee injury, a torn ACL, and you had to bounce back from that and ended up going to San Diego State. But I wanted to ask you, Hassan, I know there were probably some dark moments. I know you had to lean on some people to help you through that time. Talk to us about how you got through that difficult time and maybe give us some advice for a young man that's going through it right now.
Yeah, so as you were saying, like I was like on top of the world in that like football stuff before the injury. So like, man, I'm playing, I'm balling out. I'm like, I'm gonna go somewhere big, and then injury happens. I still end up going somewhere, San Diego State, and yeah, it was a tough moment for me. It was a tough like two years, and it's just you get in like this mental space where it's like hard to come out of. Like a lot of people think it's physical because it's a physical injury, whatever. But like mentally, it just messes you up. Like you lose all confidence. You get in this dark spot. It's like the injury is just eating you alive, and it's just hard to come out of. And I would just say like for someone that gone through what I gone through, I would say probably to like just try to keep a positive mindset. Try to keep your head up as much as possible. Like you're gonna have them dark times, them tough moments, but you just gotta push through and just take it one day at a time because if you don't, it'll just be very bad for you. And for
Did
me
you ever
personally,
question if you were going to be able to come back, or did you always feel like you were going to be able to come back to football?
no, I always knew I was gonna come back. I had a lot of people in my corner when I got hurt. A lot of people showed me love in that like football community, that Sarah community. Like it was crazy. I got probably like over like 200 messages just across like social media and text and everything when I got
Wow.
hurt. So yeah, it was a lot. I didn't know that many people was like tuning into me and watching me and cared about me. So yeah, it was that's sort of like that and like my dad, my mom and my dad, but my dad for the most part, like he was in my corner, kept pushing me, kept making sure I was mentally straight and just kept my mindset positive on like my end goal. So yeah, I'll just say that take another advice. I'll say like take the rehab and stuff serious.
Mm.
All the little things matter, man. Like if you don't do some stuff, you'll catch up to it later on in your rehab process. Like it's gonna hurt. There's gonna be workouts that hurt worse than others, but you just gotta push through. You just gotta be mentally strong. Just keep working every single day.
Yeah, T. I think when you asked him was he gonna come back, and I mean obviously, man, with us, playing as many years as we did and knowing so many guys that had a similar injury, I don't think he had I could almost answer that for him. I know, it wasn't an issue of him coming back. It was, am I going to come back and be me 100%? Am I, what I'm saying, on this reverse or on this hitch, am I going to try to reverse field like I normally do? Or, what I'm saying, or am I just going to kind of just go ahead, man, and go out of bounds? Am I going to make this cut and try to slice across his defense and cut back? Or am I just gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? Because you know how you normally would with the, especially with your explosive play on the offensive side with the ball in your hand and the things you would do in the open field. And it's about second guessing yourself, making sure that knee is still solid. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what what a lot of players are kind of respond to is I'm back, but
side.
am I me? You know what I'm saying? And I think when you look back at Adrian Peterson, man, and how he came back with that 2,000-yard season after his catastrophic knee injury, lets you know that it can be done. So it's that's why, man, I recommend, to a lot of you young players out there that have had an injury, man, like get with a sports psychologist, man, because I mean, you probably need to get with one anyway, just to sharpen your game anyway, to give you, a step ahead of whoever else is out there. But especially when you have an injury, I strongly recommend you parents, man, get your kid with a sports psychologist because that's going to get them over the injury that much quicker. They'll go to rehab and might be 100% and good to go. But up top, if they're not them, then they're not on the field going to be them.
No, great point right there. And in his case, him being him is worth money. So
right, exactly.
it is good to maybe get a sports psychologist. I see the Munoz family joining us from San Antonio. Superstar, they're always holding us down in the locker room show. Superstar in their house. SJ, I see your baby checking in. Thank you for checking in. And then I see Mom saying we're proud of you, son, and we're rocking with you and glad that you're on the show. So thank you guys for checking in. We're on to our next topic, and I'll throw this one to you first, Guru. Cannabis, man, cannabinoids. So those are all the different forms that cannabis can come in. Your edibles, your smoking, all that stuff has been banned or used to be banned, but now it is taken off the list of banned substances for college athletes. Q, you may know some guys that got suspended for this when you were at Kansas.
Right.
So I want to ask you, man, is this a plus for these kids to be able to partake in the cannabinoids and not get in trouble? Or is this a minus? You think the NCAA is tripping on this one?
No, I think it's a definite minus. I mean, anything, man, that's going to hurt your game across the board, man, is not going to be a plus. I mean, let's be honest, man. We all know, man, a couple of them dudes that were just freak athletes that could just blow a baseball bat and go out there, man, and get 17 tackles. We all know that dude, but 9 out of 10 people are not that dude. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that dude on their squad, like, I mean, just like Jimi Hendrix high and got like 200 yards and, you know what I'm saying, and 8 carries. Like, dude. But let's be real. I think a large part of it came with, man, I mean, you California boys, you tell me, you know what I'm saying? But it started out there with y'all, right? But the thing is, no, I'm serious because it's like, well, with all these schools in California, Colorado, all these schools out west, well, if it's legal out there and I go to Syracuse, well, how is that? How do we do that? And I think that's how NCAA was looking at it. Like, man, like if we're state institution and it's legally through the state, what can we really say? It's not that I don't really think that they're promoting it in any way. But if I'm San Diego State or, or USC or UCLA or Colorado,
it's hard to have the discrepancy.
Yeah, exactly. And the state is like, it's cool. What can you do? You literally can't do anything if it's legal that this kind of is. It comes down to on that level is, man, what's gonna affect your game and is it worth it? Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's the right way to go.
Good point. Talk to me a little bit, Hassan, because you're an active player, man. And come on, we've all been in locker rooms and guys do smoke, guys do drink.
Hmm.
Do you think, and you've even been at the Division I level, do you think them lifting the ban will increase guys smoking or no, it's not a big deal?
I think it definitely would increase it. People was doing it anyways. When I was at San Diego State, people find way around stuff like that. They find a way. So I think just the fact that they're allowing it now, like people will be more freely with it. So it might be worse. It might be better for some players, who knows? But people was doing it anyways to begin with. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference, but yeah.
Now it's going to be interesting because also just because it's legal and you know this cute doesn't mean your coaches ain't going to trip out on you if they find out that you're doing that thing. So very
Well,
interesting time.
hold on, coach. Well, here's the thing about it, though. Well, here's the thing about it, and this is interesting because, say, for example, you're a coach, right, and you reprimand one of your star players or whatnot, man, because he's smoking or whatever. But now here's how this
Is
gonna
there
play
some
out.
legal?
There you go. If it's legal through the NCAA and I'm a dog and I'm getting money off of NIL, man, from being on the field and you bench me, we got a problem.
Good
And
point.
guess
Good
what?
point.
The player's gonna win. The player's gonna
Good point.
win 100%.
Which is part of the reason why the NCAA probably lifted the ban is because they tired of getting
There you
sued
go.
and it's
Right, there you
slapped
go.
on the butt. So
Because it goes back
this
to
is
the state, right?
goes back to the state. So hey, once again, very interesting times in college sports. You athletes, you parents, it's legal now. It's legal for these athletes to smoke and do their thing, have their edibles, and NCAA and coaches really can't do nothing about it. So it'll be interesting to see how that rolls. We're on to our next topic, you guys, and we are pumped up because we got the young superstar with us, Hassan, the Missile Mahasin, set to rip things up this year in junior college football. Get your tickets now because he's going to be playing at the next level soon. This was an interesting. They could have used you, Hassan, but under 20 Japan team, you guys, actually thumps the USA under 20 all-star team. So USA football always has their all-star team that they put together. Japan has been working hard to learn the game. Australia, some of these other countries, and they took it to us. They took it to us. And even the cheetah right here is saying, hey, give them their due. Give them their props for beating us in our own game. So I'll start with you, Hassan. You're right at that age, do you think this is really nothing to see? Or do you think Japan really has some ballers that are on our heels as far as playmakers in football?
I never heard of this, so I don't even know like if this is like something worth like taking serious. I hope I should. I'm gonna try to look at the highlights later, but I don't think we got nothing to worry about. Maybe they do got ballers, who knows? But um, until I actually see a game or something, then I'll give my opinion. But I don't really think it matters, to be honest.
Okay, all right. Well, Q, the guru, you brought this to my attention, and I'm watching NBA draft last night, man, and the foreigners got the draft on lock.
Oh, for sure.
Am I going to be watching NFL draft in a few years and seeing a bunch of Africans and people from Japan taking jobs?
Well, not just Japan, man. We've had a discussion, man. Like globally, man. Like people, man, they coming. They coming, man. I'm telling you, man. People have been saying that in regards to the NBA, college, and especially the NBA in regards to basketball. Football's not going to be any different. The reason that football it's taking a little bit longer is because you got to look at the nature of the game. It requires equipment versus games like basketball and soccer. You really just need a ball. But as we progress, man, you will see it. I tell you this. I tell you what right now. If you got Team USA or wherever, man, and you get a squad together from Samoa or from Polynesia, you already look and see. You already know it's a problem. You know they got killers. Pure killers.
It's a problem in the trenches.
So it's globally, man. It's gonna continue to grow. And you're gonna see more of that, man. And you're gonna see, man, some of these kids, man, that are in programs internationally, they're gonna I believe, man, you're gonna see them, man, in Division 1, man. The only issue is, it's in regards to scouting, and really getting a good outlook on, on some of these kids. But man, you're gonna start seeing some of these kids get D1 offers that are from other countries. I promise you that.
Okay, all right. And we all know the NFL.
You telling women, think about it, T. Think about it. You mean to tell me you can't go to Germany or Russia and find you an O-lineman? Come on, man.
In the trenches,
they got world-class wrestlers and power lifters for generations, and we can't find an O-lineman or D-lineman? Man, stop. I'll go over to Moscow right now and find the next Tony Baselli in 20 minutes.
All right, so there you have it. You have it from the guru. They coming, you guys. So you athletes that are looking for the bag, don't just think you compete with domestic. You compete with these foreigners that's trying to get after it too. So very, very interesting times, exciting times. We are on to our next topic, you guys, and this is fresh off the press. Arch Manning, obviously we know EA Sports is coming back with their 2025 college football game, and they, I'm sure, would hope to have Arch Manning a part of this game, even though he's a backup. But the family is looking like it's saying no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to jump in this game for a little $600. So I'll throw this one to you, Hassan. When you look at the Manning brand, do you think that he should go on and be a part of this game, or do you think that the Manning brand is too strong to jump on the $600?
If I was him, I'll be a part of the game, to be honest, just because of the history of the game. The money, I mean, he came from money. His families come from, they're legends in the football game. So I mean, like, the money don't really matter. It's just being a part of the game. But I mean, he probably doesn't really care about the game, to be honest. He probably doesn't. He probably feels like his name, image, likeness is worth more than $600. I mean, it probably is probably worth hundreds and thousands of dollars. So I mean, it's all up to him. It's not a big deal. I mean, as you say, he's the backup.
Let me ask you this: if he was the starter, you think he's in the game?
Most definitely, yeah. Most definitely.
Okay.
Who doesn't want to be the starting quarterback for Texas in the NCAA game?
Okay, all right. Guru, talk to me. Obviously, blue blood family, so they move a little differently. Why do you think he has decided to elect out of the EA Sports game?
I'll tell you why. Man, you're a Manning. Why would I be on the NCAA game when in 2 years I can have my own damn game? Arch Manning's blah, blah, blah from EA Sports. That's what they're going after. They think big and they ball big and they think big. You got to look at the bigger picture, man, and where this dude is coming from, man. They got that kind of pull. I don't need to be a part of a game when all I got to do is wait for Quinn to get the hell out the way, and all I need is a year, maybe 2 at the most, and I can step to EA Sports with my own game, my own.
At least be on the come.
And see, that's the thing about it, nephew. I like your answer, but sometimes, man, you want some of the money or you want all the money. He can go get all the money then. In 2 years and Quinn's out the way and I'm the man, I can get all the money.
So in the guru's opinion, this ain't about him being the backup. This is about money.
This is always about money. It's always about money. Always. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with you, youngin. If you would say, for example, you were at SC back in the gap, man, I'll wait for Reggie Bush to get out the way because I know I'm the man next, but I get my own game. I don't gotta worry about, I ain't gotta worry. Man, I just wait for him to get out the way, man, and I can do me and get all the break. I don't have to share it with anybody.
So the guru is saying if they would have slid a bigger check across the table, he would be in the game.
Nah, it's like one thing I do agree with what my man said. It's about control. It's about control. See, that's what families like the Manning family, man. It's not always about, man, the money money on the front end. People that are rich like that, they worry about the big bread on the back end. People that think in a normal case that need money, they think, oh, I want my money on the front end, which is crumbs. No, you want your big bread that's on the back end. The money on the back end is my own video game, Like, for example, I know this way before your time, boy, you wasn't even born yet. T, remember John Madden's football?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not John Madden. I'm sorry, not Madden. Bill Walsh. Bill Walsh had his own.
Yeah.
Bill Walsh. My point exactly. Arch would be on that. I want my own game. That way I get all the money. That way me and my family control everything. That way we can tell EA Sports how to design the game, how we want it, this and that and the third. Versus this being a good player, another good player on the game. I want my own game. It's a difference.
Very interesting. It would be interesting also to know if they did try to give him more, even to be on the game as a backup.
Did.
So
they probably did.
But hey, no Mannings in EA Sports, and supposedly if the player is not on the game, you can't even make them as an avatar. You can't use their name or anything. So very interesting. The Manning said no to EA Sports, but guess what we saying yes to? We saying yes to the lightning round, baby. We saying yes to the lightning round. It is time to take this young star through the lightning round, which is our version, you guys, of a little word association. So Hassan has 60 seconds to see if he really is the missile and how fast he can get through this list that I got right here for him. And since I know this young man, I think it's a pretty good list. But you ready to go, superstar?
Yep.
All right, man. So you got the family watching. I see some people joining in. You got grandmama, mama, Cortez coming in, Mahasin. What's going on? And we about to get after this lightning round. You got, and yeah, you're right, Jimmy.
Discussion Jimmy. We're gonna circle back around, big dog.
We're gonna circle back around the locker room. But we got the lightning round. So let me get the stopwatch ready. Now this young man can fly. That's why they call him the missile. I got him at zeros. We're not cheating nobody right now. And then we got our list. All right, superstar. Now, I don't know. I know you got the family, your sisters. I think you got a girlfriend. I don't know what you guys like to eat. But there is a little wager on this. So if you can get to 17 right or higher, there is no right or wrong. But if you can answer 17 or higher, then it's a dinner on the locker room show, a dinner on me and Q for whoever your favorite people are. All right, so let's get after it. We got him at zeros. Once again, you got the first thing. He's going to say the first thing that comes to his mind, unfiltered. He's going to keep it PG-13 at least, too. All right, number one, Serra High School, go.
Brotherhood.
Christian McCaffrey or Frank Gore?
Frank Gore.
Shake Shack or In-N-Out?
In-N-Out.
Best player you ever played against?
Nobody.
Favorite candy?
Skittles.
Coach Darius Bell?
Legendary.
Brandon Ayuk or Deebo Samuel?
Deebo.
Little Dirk or Little Baby?
Little Baby.
Malik Neighbors, he's rolling, y'all.
Giants.
SEC or Big Ten? 45 seconds.
SEC.
Chili cheese fries or garlic fries?
Chili cheese fries.
Coach Jimmy Collins.
Good coach.
Best player you ever played with? Time. Go ahead and answer. Best player you ever played with?
Dominic Lampkin.
All right, Dominic Lampy. Yes, definitely a bowler up at Serra High. So let's revisit. He was rolling, you guys. He was rolling. Now
Yeah.
keep in mind, he gets one for tech delay, too. One for tech delay. We always get one. So let's see what he's got right here. We've got Serra High School, his old high school. He says the Brotherhood. That's number one. He's going with the Frank Gore over the CMC, which is good for to see a young buck say that. For the number two, he's going in and out over the Shake Shack. When we say best you've ever played against, he said nobody. For the number four, favorite candy is Skittles. I like him on that one. Five is Coach Darius Bell, who I coached in high school. He said legendary as former OC. He's going with the Debo over the IU. He's with the Niners probably on that one. He's going with the little baby over the little Dirt for 7. For the 8, he's going SEC over the Big 10. For the 9, Malik Neighbors, he said the Giants. He's going chili cheese fries over garlic fries for 10. And then for 11, he said Jimmy Collins, great coach, best he's ever played with. We'll give him that too. That's Lampkin. So a total of 14 for the great Hassan Mahasin. Very close, very close. He picked it up right there when I told him 45 seconds. I seen that. So, no, great job, man. Thank you for having some fun with us. We are on, you guys, to the last section of the show, which is the audience Q&A. I know a lot of people are with us live. If you have a question for this young man, please don't hesitate to put it in the comment section. But I know that Guru has something for the young superstar.
Yeah, I actually got 2 questions. My first question would be, who do you feel like you model your game after that you've seen?
I really don't feel like I model my game after specifically someone, but there's multiple players that I watched growing up that I really try to like play after. So most definitely Tavon Austin growing up. Him playing in the slot and the running back, being quick and elusive, fast. That's like the biggest person I try to model my game after. I watched a lot of D'Anthony Thomas at Oregon. That's what made me fall in love with Oregon and all that. Yeah, the uniforms and he was just speed. So Deshaun Jackson running them deep post routes, go routes. That's my favorite player growing up watching. All these players is like, they're all around my size, 5'9", 5'10", 175, 180. So that's who the players I try to model my game after, most definitely.
Okay. Got you. Now, okay, well, actually, I got a couple questions. Next question is, if you don't mind disclosing that, are there any particular schools that are on the top of your list, or any one school that's on the top of your list right now?
I ain't talking to really no schools right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I have no one really on top of my list.
Okay. All right. Well, let me ask you the question about now. Hold on. Let me ask you the question of all questions here. And it was a reason why I asked that first question. Say, for example, Oregon or SC, right? And they wanted you tomorrow, just for example, and that was at the top of your list, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we need you at corner. You still coming?
Most definitely. I'll switch positions.
Okay.
I'm just trying to play, man. I'm just trying to play at the highest level.
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you what. It's a lot of kids with your talent. They wouldn't have said that. They would have been like, "Nah, I
know that's college coach watching right now."
Right. I was trying to get you. That's good though, man. That's saying something a lot about you as a player and as a kid, man. That's good. I was hoping you said that, but I had to ask that. But a lot of kids wouldn't have said that, man. Because you want me to tell you why? Because, man, it's like they so used to having that ball in their hand. It's like, man, it's like they sometimes, man, scoring tubs, man, it's an arrogance that comes with that. And they don't, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they just, man, they'll turn down an opportunity in regards to that. Now, yeah, quarterbacks in some case, I get that, but you know, in a lot of, and we've had this discussion, man, between ourselves and a lot of other, you know, other coaches, other players, man. But the more you can be a Swiss Army knife, man, you'd be surprised, man. But I had to ask you that because you're so talented, you got the ball skills, it still would make sense. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'll do whatever it takes for the team.
Yeah,
to be honest, man. I mean, of course, I love playing receiver or whatever, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to make it to the NFL, make some money, feed my family, all that. So at the end of the day, I'll just do whatever it takes.
Yeah, that's nice. Like all I'm saying is I know you a talented dude on O, but I guess me and T are a little biased. I know I am. Hey man, listen, I'll tell you right now, T, have we not said this? It's something
I'm
about
listening.
especially that third corner in the league, that nickel, because
With ball skills.
Guess what? They gotta check dudes like you. And that's a special dude that can do that. And I'll pay a lot of damn money to be able to check a dude in the slot like you, because dudes like you, man, with that quick twitch, 5'9" to 5'11", it's really a problem and gonna give me hell in the slot. Man, a dude like you can only check a dude like that. So don't rule that out. That's a little sauce from the guru, I'm telling you.
I got even though you talk about nobody is calling you right now, I got Coach this live right here. I got Coach Cormier saying, is your guy at CSM still available? Right here, the San Diego State transfer. So even though they might not be calling you, we talking. We definitely talking. And the good thing about that is he contacted me after CSM was talking to him about you. So he was like, oh, yeah, I know that kid. So they started talking to him about you during the spring visits. And so I like the fact that they're definitely pushing you out, man. So it's only a matter of time. All you got to do is stay healthy. We got one of the people rooting for you that you don't even know rooting for you, but he knows your family. HB coming in saying, keep humble, stay grounded, was some of the best advice that I ever got. And that's great advice right there. And me and HB were in the same little league with your uncle Antar, man. So I know he's rooting for you big time. Jimmy says the ball in your hand is great, but the field under your feet is even more valuable. You got that right there, Jimmy. Yeah. So, hey, man, you already know I'm super proud of you. The work ethic will always pay off, man. It will always pay off. So stay true to the sauce. Stay true to the sauce. Stay true to your work ethic. And eventually we're going to see you on the big field again, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So, hey, that is the great Hassan Mahasin, you guys, and absolute pleasure to have this young man on. Definitely. And once again, if you're in California, check him out. Check him out this year, junior college football, and then he's going to be back at the Division I level Q in a year, man. So these kids are out here getting it, dude. It's a fight, though. It's a fight.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. It's not for the faint of heart, man. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he showed a lot of that coming back, from that knee situation, man, and still really, really wanting it. But yeah, man, it's gonna be, man, whoever's gonna keep working and whoever stays with it, those are the kids that are gonna see the success, man. So definitely much praise to the young man, his family for supporting him, and we'll be looking forward to seeing what he does this upcoming season for sure.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And if you guys are joining us for the first time and have not already liked and subscribed, you guys, please make sure you like, subscribe. The Locker Room Show rocks every single Thursday, you guys. And we bring in the best of the best in the football industry to serve you, okay? So make sure you're rocking with us every single Thursday. Also, if you are a 2025 or 2026 prospect, just like Hassan, who's going to be a part of the recruiting accelerator, you guys, make sure you go to beforeyougopro.com. I'm also going to put the link in here right now for you guys so that you guys can sign up for the 2025 College Football Recruiting Accelerator. This starts on Monday, you guys. It is a 2-week accelerator. So you don't have to attend all of the sessions, but if you're rocking with us, you'll have access to all of the sessions, recording. We're going to be talking recruiting. We're going to be talking NILQ. We're going to be talking the mindset you need to have to get after this industry, and we're going to really get after it. So let me grab this link for you guys real quick so you guys can share it and definitely subscribe and register so that you guys can be a part of everything that Before You Go Pro has going on. So these are some of the things that are a part of the accelerator. We've got a coach coming in, Coach Jannard James, to do virtual workouts. We've got nutrition guides. Everybody's getting a huddle film evaluation. We're doing recruiting success roadmap. You guys are going to have Q&A with coaches. We got Division I coaches coming in to talk to you guys, and also NIL strategy, you guys as well. So here is the link for that. And click on that link, check it out, and you guys can get after it with us at the accelerator, you guys. So good stuff there. That is the link. Copy that, baby. Make sure you check out the 2025 College Football Recruiting Accelerator. All right, Q, baby. Shoot, man, we only about 2 months away. 2 months away from this thing.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, man, it's right around the corner. The off season is a blur, man. It always is, but it's always, just, trying to, as a coach, man, like trying to keep, and a mentor, trying to keep these kids healthy and focused. It's sometimes difficult, man, for these, those seven, you talking about 17 and 21, 22-year-old kid. That's hard over the summer. Yes, when everybody want to act a fool, I get it, so it gets tough, but you got to really stay focused, man, on what you want to accomplish, man, the upcoming season. And with NIL, it's so different. HB, yeah, your forehead's getting thicker too. But it's so much money at stake, man. With NIL, man, there's no way that you can't be focused, man, especially if you're in the Power 5, man. Your mind's got to be, man, on those
pro football.
Man. Yeah, you are. It's a job.
If you're a starter in the Power 5 or got a chance to get some tick at the Power 5 level, you're playing pro football.
Period. So yeah, man, it's that time. Man, kickoff's gonna be right around the corner, and I'm anxious to see, man, what we gonna do. Everybody again is gonna see, what's going on in Boulder, and how you guys come out the gate, so that's gonna be interesting because the pressure's on. The pressure's on in Boulder, boy. It's got to be 200 degrees over that way.
What's the low water mark for it to be deemed a good season?
I would say, man, it's with all the hype, man, trash talking and gold chains. It's gonna have to be at least a low grade bowl. So we're talking at least what?
At least 7 wins.
See 7 win minimum. Yeah. You're gonna have to, I'm not talking about, the Orange Bowl or anything, but you're gonna have to go to at least a low grade bowl for sure. For sure.
7 wins,
and win that convincingly. Yeah, and win that convincingly.
All right.
So
well, in the Big 12, it should be a little bit more manageable than what they had in the Pac-12 last year. Big Jimmy's coming in. He says 8 wins. We need 8 wins for it to be considered a positive season. 8-4.
But the key is, though, man, is again, T, like we said, is Prime gonna run Travis to death like that again this season, man. Because if you notice, man, there's already been scouts have already said, hey, we primary, which is actually a surprise, but a lot of scouts are like, hey, we want to see, we feel like that he, as talented as he is, that we want to see him as a receiver. Like, it's kind of been a collective of the majority of scouts. There's been a small handful that have been like, hey, we still want to see him on defense, man. But the majority have been like, we want to see him on offense. So how is Prime going to play this? And is he going to limit this kid's snaps and kind of isolate him more to offense? I don't think he is either. And I think that's going to be a detriment, man. It really is. So that's the whole key, because like you said, that's Shadour's number one target, man. If he goes down again, your season's going down the drain, or it's going to look that way.
Well, yeah, it's 2 things going down: the season and his draft stock. Because I'm not drafting him top 10, top 15 if he can't stay up.
He'll slide to like 2025. And somebody, he'll go first round just off. He is who he is, and just his sheer athletic ability is just mutant like. But yeah, he'll slide to like 2025. He won't go top 10 like he should if he gets another injury, man. So Prime really is going to have to think this out. And to me, if he cares anything about this kid, he would use him extremely.
Who is that on though? Is that on Prime
It's
or is
on
that
Prime.
on
It's
Travis?
on Prime because Travis, that's like his father, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of relationship they had. Travis would go out and play 150 snaps every game for Prime, and we all know that. But it's me, and not just as a coach, as an adult, as a mentor, to look at this kid's future and be like, hey, I have to limit his snap, and I'd rather lose than to ruin his future. That's how you look at it from a coaching standpoint.
I understand they have a unique situation, but talk to me about maybe someone in his situation that is playing major college football, like Caleb Downs that we
Right,
talked about last
right,
week,
right,
where my coach isn't like my father; he's just my coach.
right.
Do you and let's say coach is coming to me saying, "Hey, I want to put you on offense." Is that up to the players and his team to say no if they don't want to do that, or is that up to the coach to say give him an out if he wants an out?
Well, I mean, you need to give him an
That
out.
fine line of do I
Yeah,
need to represent for my team or do I need to watch my dollars?
right. Well, I mean, no, and that's a great question. I mean, you have to give the kids some type of out because you have to understand. And it was like I just said a minute ago, man. If he goes down, man, because of too many snaps and fatigue or whatever the case may be, we all lose. We lose anyway. At the end of the day, we
We
all
all look
lose
bad.
because now we done lost them on both sides of the ball. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So would you rather have your key dog on one side of the ball and dominate? Or would you try to play him on both? He gets hurt. Now you losing on both sides of the ball. And that's really how Deion's going to have to look at it, man. He's going to have to look at it like, man.
It's a very, very fine line, man, because I'm thinking about my own personal situation. I was our team's quarterback. We didn't have no backup quarterback. HB knows this. We
Right,
didn't have no backup quarterback,
right.
but I knew I was being recruited as a DB.
DB, yeah,
Now, for me, I was like, I'm riding till the wheels fall off. I want to play quarterback, but I
right.
also know I got to hold it down on defense. And it was interesting in my situation. I don't know if Coach Peralta is watching this because he's actually the principal at Hassan's school. But our old coach, what he used to do with me is he would play me sparingly on defense, even though I was being recruited on defense and I was always on offense. Now,
Really?
what would have been interesting, and it never came to this because the recruiting was going well, but it would have been interesting if, like my dad or me, I wasn't feeling the offense anymore, and
Right,
would have had to say, hey,
right.
you know,
But
because
see,
the team would have suffered, you know. So it's that
right.
fine line.
Well, the issue, but you got to think about what we're
Or kick
talking about.
return. I'm a
True.
superstar DB, maybe
Right.
chance for a Thorpe, and I'm running back pick sixes, and now coach is like, hey, I want to put you on or I want to put you in kick return.
Well, no, true. But the issue is with you in that example, T, is it's a little bit different because you were the quarterback. Travis isn't the quarterback. So when you know what I'm saying, he's a receiver in a corner, it's different. Shador I mean, like that it's different. At quarterback, it's like, well, we gotta have T play. If he don't play quarterback, we can't move the ball at all. That's a totally different situation. You got other super talented receivers, man, or you have other corners, man, you can trust that can play. So it's not absolutely necessary. It's not. And I mean, we were talking about this at the tail end of last year, even after he came back from the injury. Like, why is he doing this, man? Because there's no need for it, man. There's no need. Like, he's already proven.
Do they need Travis to play offense to get 8 wins?
They need, but you actually you brought this up. They need Travis on offense. They don't need him on defense. They need him on offense. They absolutely, he is the hands down, especially with that freshman running back leaving, hands down, he is their main, primary, and most lethal offensive weapon. And without him, basically, in a nutshell, he should do a safety blanket because he needs Travis in order for him to go number 1, number 2 overall. He can't get it done without Travis. And Shador is good. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But if you take Travis out for offense, man, it's not happening for Shador. It's not. Wow. As much as I like the kid, man, he's not putting up numbers like that without Travis. You want me to tell you why? Because in regards to Shador's stats, he can take a 3-yard pass and turn it into a 94-yard touchdown. That's 94 yards passing for me. You see what I'm saying? That's padding my stats. You see, so Shador needs Travis. Period.
Well, and also with all of the turnover from the transfer from
Right.
Jackson State and
Right.
the turnover at CU, he's the one that he has known the longest. He knows where he's going to be on the field. So,
yeah, like for timing routes, yeah, absolutely. But he's 100% dude. She should do a safety blanket. He's a safety blanket out there, dude. You go back and look at that tape, and you look and see after he went down and after that how that offense starts sputtering, dude.
All right. So, this is something that we will be talking about more in the locker room show, is CU needs Travis on offense to make their money, but Travis don't need to play offense to make his money. So it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic unfolds during the season. But we are officially out, you guys, for this episode of the Locker Room Show with the great Hassan Mahasin family. More wins. We love you guys, and hopefully that young man has an amazing season. You guys see him a year from now playing some big-time college football. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. We will see you next Thursday with another amazing football guest. Q, anything for the good people?
No, just buckle up, folks. We about to get ready for the season one. I mean, it's a week one, rather. I'm sorry, week one. Right around the corner, and man, it's gonna be a good one. I'm telling you, boy, especially in the Big 12, man, it's gonna be heating up, but really all the way across the board. Man, you got Oregon and some of these Pac-12 schools traveling all the way on the opposite coast. Yeah, so that's gonna see, man. How that pans out, and I think because of that fact, because of the restructuring of the Pac-12, in the Big 10 as well. Man, you're going to see a lot of teams, man, losing games they shouldn't lose because, man, that traveling is really hard on you sometimes, and these kids got to make a huge adjustment. So we'll see. But you're going to see some teams lose. There is no way they should have lost, man, but that traveling wears on you, and it's going to show. It's going to show.
It's going to be interesting to see if they do data on injuries.
Yeah.
Because obviously – going to play Maryland, if I'm Cal Berkeley, is a lot different than going to play Washington.
Right.
So it's going to be very interesting, you guys, to see how the injuries play out as well. A lot of you backups better be ready. All right. So, hey, as always, we love you guys. Thank you for rocking with us. Make sure you like and subscribe. Then also check out the College Football Recruiting Accelerator. I'm Coach Wood. That's the guru. We'll see you at the top. Have a good one.